Let's look at my Kreo collection. This is mostly just the micro figures from both the Transformers and also all of the G.I. Joe stuff. I really just fell in love with the micro changers in a lot of these series. This is all Series 1 stuff we're looking at. I actually managed to get more than one copy of the figure, which is kind of cool because then you can have the little transformed figure and then the full size. What we're looking at now is Wave 2, which is a very short release, and then Wave 3 in the front. Going down, then we have Wave 4 in the front there, and then behind Wave 4 was the second Toys R Us wave, which was very, very hard to get. I actually had to order it from Canada, but I did manage to get a set. The one in front of it is Wave 4. It was pretty commonly available. And then in front of those, I have the first wave of the Toys R Us exclusive ones, and again, I managed to get 2 full sets, which was kind of cool because again you can do the little transformations between the two of them. Going down one more shelf, we have the combiners, and these were really cool. And again, a lot of these I managed to get multiples of. There was Bruticus. There we have Devastator with all 6 of the Constructicons. On and on. There we have Menasor, and again these are Computron's bots, which I found at a Big Lots, and then I have all of the Seacons there. And again, with these sets, you can kind of see the point. I wanted to try to get 3 of each of them, and some of them I managed to do that. Going down one more shelf, we have the rest of the combiners. Here we have the aerial bots, of course, and then moving over, we have the protector bots. And again, this is another one that I managed to get 3 sets, which was cool, so I could have all 3 versions. And then we have just 2 sets of each of the Toys R Us packs that came out. And again, these were exclusive sets. These weren't actually combiners from before, so I didn't even bother to make one into the bigger combiner. I just kind of kept them as separate Kree-Os. Moving on to G.I. Joe, this is the lower section here, and again, we've got our Dreadnoughts. We're missing Buzzer, of course. Moving forward, we got a little ninja section going on there with a few different guys. Kind of the special forces over in the corner, just because I didn't really have another place to put them. Up at the top, kind of moving left to right here, we've got a few more of these Transformers, just odds and ends. These are a few of the 5 packs that came out. There's the preview wave that came out. Moving over here, another one of the 5 packs that they had with the mysterious figure. Moving over, this is the rest of my G.I. Joe stuff. You can see I do have the Terrordrome. In the back, we have the Cobra version of the San Diego Comic-Con set. Moving forward to our primary players, and there we have Serpentor with some Air Vipers as well. Just a top view, and I put my Nemesis Enforcer on the top of the Terrordrome. Where else would you put him? Over to the other side, and this is just your kind of standard Cobra army. Again, a lot of these different variations of the standard Cobra Trooper, Techno Viper, and a regular Viper there in the front. Looking over at the G.I. Joe side, we can of course see the Arishikage Temple, and here we have a nice close-up of that with all of the ninja force around it. Different various troops back there. Front section with, again, various people. The G.I. Joes, I actually have all of the vehicles too. There in the back you can see the 5 reissues, some of my favorite ones that they did. And then going down to the bottom, we have one more G.I. Joe section. We have the kind of a later generation type of figures there. We have our Checkpoint Alpha with a few others, and then in the background we've got Sergeant Slaughter and his Marauders with his Triple T. And then this is actually my Battleship stuff. I have most of that stuff too. I didn't get all the Alien sets. I used a lot of this as just to fit in with the G.I. Joe stuff, but it eventually got big enough that I just found its own shelf for it. And ending with just 2 quick shots of the D&D stuff that I managed to pick up at clearance places, and it's always good to end with Mick Foley there in the background.